Jad, come so. Come. Say hello, camera.
Hello, camera.
Say hello.
Cheese.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas,
I'm coming at you from
everybody.
my mum-in-law's place in South Africa, Hermanus, and here with a family holiday just up until New Year's, and just want to share with you some thoughts around 5 things that I think you need in 2020 if you want to start producing video. So yeah, I'm going to actually be doing some shooting today, and so I'm going to show you some shots of around Hermanus and a drone shot I took. Such a beautiful place that we are right now. But these 5 things I think are going to really help you to just up your game in 2020 if you haven't ever shot a video before, or if you kind of dabbled in it. Maybe you've used your iPhone, or you've used something else other than a DSLR camera, or maybe you've made stuff that nobody has ever seen before. Yeah, I'll just lock this gate quickly and come back. Okay, Joe. Sorry, just to sort out. Fam's off to town while I sort of sit and shoot this one. So 5 things that you need in 2020 to shoot video. I think number 1, let me get it. So number 1, I think, for shooting a video in 2020 is you need a camera. Now, you don't need a very expensive camera. I'm actually going to show you right now footage that I shot on this, which is the Canon EOS M. Now, I picked this up for a steal of a price. I think it was around about $150, and it's got a kit lens on it, it's got image stabilization, it's got a 1080p footage, and I'm upscaling this video to 4K, so check it out. I mean, what do you think of this footage? I shot this with pretty much basic settings on here, nothing major, 25 frames per second, 1080p, and with a few firmware upgrades. It's got face tracking autofocus, and great little mirrorless just for run and gun, but also for video. So if you wanted to start shooting some video and do some cinematic stuff, there is no reason whatsoever why you can't start out with something like this. 150 Aussie dollars, probably 100 US dollars for those of you watching from the US, and that's going to get you kicked off and up and going really, really well. So that's something I would recommend just to start out the process. The second thing I think you need, once you get that footage shot and into your editing, you need a computer. So you need something to edit on. Now, I've just upgraded to the recent 15-inch MacBook Pro. The new 16-inch just came out, but I'm not talking about needing that. You could just have a Windows system computer, or even a cheaper laptop that would set you back maybe $500, $600, and so that's all you really need to start editing. Even on my iPad, I edit with a program called LumaFusion. So what you could do there is you could go into like Optus, we have for our phones here, Optus, you might have Verizon Wireless, or whatever your phone provider is where you are, and walk in and ask them to do a monthly for an iPad. So basically you could get an iPad, you could get it on a monthly for $20 a month. You could put LumaFusion on there, which is a program that costs maybe $15 or something like that, $10 or $15, I'm not sure, and you could start editing 4K video on your iPad. It's got full color grading capabilities on LumaFusion as well, so you could really get away with producing video for a really cheap price. So I think the third thing that you need is a really good pair of stereo headphones. Now, I'm traveling with these, which is the Sennheiser I think HD 4.5 Bluetooth headphones. What I find though with editing is they're just not that good. They don't have the best clarity of audio when I'm editing audio, so I use a Sennheiser Pro HD Pro 380s, I think they are, and they're a wired headphone, and I use them along with reference monitors in my office at home. But what I think is great is that you could probably use these while you're traveling and stuff like that, but if you really want to get the best quality, you get a wired pair of headphones, because the Bluetooth also has some lag. So I edited a whole video with these, and then I realized that all my cuts were lagging by half a second or something like that. So I would invest in a good pair of stereo headphones as well. Number 4, I think what you might need is editing software. So editing editing software is really important, so you can bring all the clips into your timeline and export them all and cut them all up and, you know, color grade them all. So I would recommend Davinci Resolve. It has a free version, and you know, I use Premiere Pro extensively, but I'm starting to switch more and more over to Davinci Resolve because it seems to be that it's less buggy, although it does have some bugs, I'll admit, but it seems to be less buggy. It seems to be that it's quite a good you know, starting point because it's cheap, it's free for the non-studio version, which means it just lacks a few key features that the full version has, like noise reduction and some other things, but it still is a great piece of software, and you could use that and edit on that, and I think it would be pretty easy to edit, you know, 1080p footage on that on any kind of computer system. But just to get you started, I think that's a really good starting point for many creators. Final thing I think that you need is somewhere to post your video content. Now, Instagram is great, but the short form is really small and it's hard to get organic reach on Instagram these days. So I would say something more like a Vimeo account where you can upload and get shareable links. Also, you might think of YouTube as something, if you haven't started a channel or you don't have anywhere to post your videos yet, YouTube is a great platform as well where you could do that. So basically, I think they're the main things that you need, the main 5 things that you need to kind of start video in 2020. Maybe you've dabbled a little bit, maybe you've watched a lot of videos, maybe you plan to start doing video, but I think 2020 could be the year where at the end of this decade you could begin to say, you know what, I'm going to start to produce video, I'm going to start to upload things and show people with shareable links from Vimeo or from YouTube, and begin to get that feedback that you need, begin to get that people interacting with your stuff. And that's really a key driver in learning about video production, is having people feed back to you what they thought of your videos, what they thought of the story, what they thought of how you put things together, and the editing as well. And that gives you the ability to grow in your creativity. One of the things that's happened for me in my YouTube journey is that I've really grown since just uploading stuff, and people saying, that's really great, Michael, but I don't really like that, or the color looks off, or so you know, not just the great comments when people really like my content, which has been a massive part of it, and I'm so thankful for all those people who've got something and really got value from my content. But more than that, it's the comments where people are like, hey, I think this could be better, I think you could try this, I think you might want to do this in your next video, and see the outcome. And that's been super helpful as well, because it's really helped me to grow in all things creative. So anyway, I want to show you some clips of Hermanas as I wrap up this year. So there you go, just some clips of Hermanas. What a beautiful place. Hopefully you enjoyed that little sequence, and thanks for watching. Those 5 tips I hope will get you to a place where, if you're not already, you can be producing video like a boss in no time at all. Maybe you'll be running your own company in a few years' time. You just never know. Alright, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.